Hey everybody, this is Chris with Mushroom Classroom. I'm here with Daniel Ortiz with Pourage Art doing an interview today.
I'm a recovering addict, by the way. I've got 12 years clean, so addiction is a big part of my story, and my art is kind of my therapy. Posting was a big game changer for me in a lot of ways. Like, it was even tough for me, just being in front of people, being able to articulate myself and not just be nervous. And I used to have really bad anxiety, and then depression would come along with that as well if I wasn't proactive and did something about it. Like, it was just easy for me to get into these little funks. But after I started microdosing, all that stuff just got pushed aside. I was able to access my creativity quicker and easier, like allowing me to be more productive and compartmentalize my life in a good, productive way in the way I structure my days, and to get the most out of my 24 hours, when before I was just kind of winging it. And now I have like structure, and I could stick to a plan and see it through and not have anxiety, depression, and any of these other type of emotions be a big bother. So it's really been a game changer for me. I'm a hip hop head at heart, and I really am just making art that I want to see hanging in my place, but I also pay attention a little bit like what I think people might respond to. So the Mac Miller is by far like my most popular piece, but it's, you know, me being, with my story, being a recovering addict in the way that he passed, I think it's important to shed light that addiction doesn't discriminate. And if you're not proactive, not specifically talking about Mac exact situation, but just in a broad conversation, that if we don't keep the right people, places, and things in our life on a regular basis and are conscious of it, then any of us could fall victim to addiction, if that's the type of personality that we are, which I am. And I know a lot of artists and other people are struggling with these type of things too. So I think that's just a conversation to be had, that addiction doesn't discriminate regardless of what place in life that you get yourself at. If you just don't keep your, the right things around on a regular basis, anybody can fall victim to it. Same thing with kind of the Amy Winehouse. I felt real special about doing that piece, and I've always loved Amy, and she kind of got taken out far too early. And you think about these artists and where they would be today, and what would their music sound like, what would they be doing and sharing with the world. And yeah, I think these pieces are really popular of mine. I just love them. I love these artists in general. I've always listened to them, and I think people resonate with the story and the way that I capture them. I'm kind of doing my homage to them, but because I want to connect with the human experience. This is just like with the Mac. He's maybe having a moment to himself and just maybe in deep thought. And I think we all connect with that. We sometimes have those days that we're just like, I just rather be doing anything else than what I'm doing right now. You know what I mean? I think people connect to that type of stuff. And the ODB as well. He's one of the GOATs. I did this one, the ODB I did with what's called pointillism. And so I painted it dot by dot. If you can see the way it looks there, it took me about 4 months. And I'm always looking to expand and try new techniques and different stuff that I've never tried before. I just like challenging myself and broadening my horizons and adding to the arsenal of what I could do as an artist. Going back to the mushrooms, that helps me with all of that. When I used to maybe doubt certain things and be a little more questionable or insecure about trying a thing and thinking way too hard about it, that man, maybe this is not gonna work, or it's gonna take me a lot of time to be able to really develop that skill, I now just go. I get the idea, whatever it is, and I'm just like, well, what are the steps that I need to take to get to that? And I just start taking the steps. And so yeah, mushrooms and mushroom classrooms helped me out tremendously.